Okay, hello, welcome everyone. This is Rollin Heavy, episode 16. We're closing in on 20 here. Uh, Pretty quick.
Getting close. Getting
Yeah,
big time.
yeah, we're getting there. I'm your host, Big D, joined as always by friend, training partner, brother, the notorious BOF. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. A little sore. It was a
Yeah,
rough training week,
rough week this week for sure.
but overall feeling pretty good. Happy it's Friday.
Yeah, ditto to that.
But yeah, so we only got one training class in this week.
Yeah,
We
it's a bit of a rough one.
yeah we got banged up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we did takedowns, uh, and a very specific kind of. Would you call it double leg? I don't even know if it's a double leg.
No, it's a. I would call it. I would call it a T position takedown. That's what I would say. I mean, 'cause you're not exactly grabbing the legs.
Right.
I mean, you're blocking the leg obviously when you go down, but I would say it's just a. I'm sure there's a fancy name to it, like something, probably something Japanese or something like that.
Right.
But um, I think it's a little more than a double leg takedown. It's a double leg takedown esque, I guess. It's a full body takedown, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you're using your whole body weight to just pull the other person down.
Hmm.
It's very effective.
And it,
You know, if
put
we
it in
were
my
what's up? But it's what the technique is basically
like,
you get to T position, so basically your belly is pushed up against their hip, and your arms are wrapped around their waist. And this particular takedown, you just kind of sat your weight down and took your foot that was behind their knees, stretch it out as kind of like a trip, and then just pull them backwards so they fall over, and then you roll over on top.
which is a great thing to do because we were actually talking. Hey, you know what? Depending on what we do in class tonight, maybe we should work on takedowns
Right?
after. It's like, hey, we're talking about takedowns today. Cool. We don't have to do that.
But it's very hard on your body when you are a large individual, and
Yeah,
then you have another large individual falling on top of you.
for sure. Was not a great night.
No, no, it wasn't. But um, so during one of the takedowns, BOF got a good one. I came down hard on my shoulder, and then I got the full BOF weight right on my side and my hip, and my back said, "Ooh, that's not pleasant."
Mm-hmm.
But then I think it was the very next one, or maybe two attempts later, where um, I went on you, and then your knee just decided, "Oh, hey, I don't, you go ahead. I'm gonna stay put."
Yeah, that hurt and still hurts. So yeah, like taking me down. I don't even know how we got to where it would even pop like that, but
I don't either.
it was a loud. It was an audible pop. Like,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, all right, that's that's not good. So kind of you know, walked it off as best I could, and I'm like, all right, I think it'll be okay. It feels stable. Even now, it's still painful. I don't have a lot of mobility in it just because it's swollen up pretty good. I'm still even doing like the ice and heat thing.
Yeah.
It's still swollen up pretty good, and um, I don't have a lot of mobility in the knee right now. Um, my I don't know if it's just a fluid or whatever. My calf's a little bit swollen from it too, so I don't know. I really think I just maybe, hopefully, just popped that joint capsule,
Yeah,
and it's just kind of fluid going everywhere, and then just over the next couple weeks, it'll kind of work its way out, and get some of the pain will go away, and I'll be able to get a little bit of mobility back of the knee. So regardless, with that, decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna probably go light the rest of the week. Maybe not do any more classes this week. Just to, just to. It's great. I love being on the mat, but I don't want to do something that's going to keep me off the mat
right.
longer, and I need to be. So I was playing the error on the side of caution, as they say, and kind of just deciding that what, it's probably best if I just take the rest of this week and just kind of do some rehab and recover.
Yeah, that's it's probably for the best. And on like as we went through it, and it was our very last rep, we had probably done I don't know, 20 to 25 reps each.
Ah,
Like
for sure.
we did that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was fine. It was like literally the last rep that you took me down and the last rep that I took you down, where my back decided it was done and then your knee decided it was done. It was the
Yeah.
worst possible luck we could have
Yes.
had.
But yeah, but finished class. We stayed the rest of
Yep.
the way. Worked from kind of half guard, and you know what? Finished class, and so that's you know so I'll take that as a win. I couldn't do much when it was my position, but even being a grappling dummy for you on the mat is better than watching a YouTube video on what to do.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, we did half guard sweeps after that, and I mean, you were able to do them just fine, but I could tell it wasn't as easy as it maybe would have been otherwise.
Yeah, yeah, 30 minutes prior to that, I probably would have done them a little bit easier, but
Right.
at that point in time, I was like, yeah, this is not great. This is hurting quite a bit. So, but we got something coming up, so
Yeah,
gotta
it's
some,
gotta recover.
sometimes you just gotta bite the stick.
Yep. Bite the stick. Are you a dog now?
Bite the stick. That's what they did. That's what they used to do. When they were doing an amputation like the Civil War,
Yeah.
they didn't have anesthesia or anything like that. So there you go, bite the stick. So I was biting the stick.
Alrighty. Works for me.
Yeah, you just bite the stick and you fight through, dude. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, so I anticipate probably some lighter rolls coming through next week as well. Um, just so we don't I guess exacerbate our injuries. You've got some knee braces coming.
I do. I ordered a couple of knee braces from. I looked and looked and looked, and it's like I don't want to get something that's. I was actually I had sleeves on. I've been wearing sleeves for quite a while. I had sleeves on Monday just to kind of add a little bit of stability, but obviously they did
Right.
garbage. That did nothing. Um, so but kind of been looking for some knee braces in the meantime, and then you sent me a knee brace that says, "Hey, do you think this might work?" And it's a knee brace that looks like it's built just to roll in. So I have a couple of those on the way to kind of get me through the competition. Get me through the rolling up till then, and then
Yeah.
up through the competition. Honestly, my knee only has to last really 4 minutes at a time. So
It's true. It's true. And
So I'm sure that once I get on the mat and the adrenaline starts flowing, and 4 minutes can go quick. So I need to last 4 minutes at a time.
yeah, that's fair. That's 3 minutes longer than I normally last. So
So I mean,
uh,
and that's it. I mean, I'm fully going in. I'm going in knowing that I'm going to be a wounded duck, but and maybe I'll play that in my favor.
set some traps.
I think I will. Be like, oh, I'm wounded. I'm a duck. Haha.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of let it out there. I know we've been hinting about competing and wanting to wait until July, but uh, last week we just were like, hey, how do you feel about doing this one in April? And the funny thing is as soon as you messaged me, like I was about to message you and ask you the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, you know what? I think it was a great. We had a great training week.
Yeah.
Great training week. I was feeling good. I was feeling good on the mat. You know, the whole S mount thing that we've gone through, the whole armbar thing that we've gone through. I'm like, gosh, I feel good about these. I feel like I could probably survive a little bit longer on the mat than I think I could. Because
Yeah.
up until, gosh, um, maybe not last week, but the week before, I was like, I'm just a giant cupcake out here. You know, I'm just a giant. I'm a cupcake. But then, you've rolled with a couple other people there. You said, you're probably one of the tougher dudes in the gym. So, like, I'll take it. And then, so I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to like butter you up or anything. Like you know how to use your weight. Um, and we have a couple other dudes that are pretty similar size to us.
I would say, yeah.
Um, and rolling with them, I was able to move around and I guess use their weight against them.
Gotcha.
Um, and really was able to do what I want. Granted, I do have a couple more months of training on them, so
Right.
that's one thing. But there was uh, some opportunities for sure for them to improve, and we had kind of talked about it. It's like, hey, let's if they're there next time we go to class, let's work them in with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, because the normally rolling with some lighter dudes and don't get to necessarily use their full weight to their advantage. Because I know I certainly, if I'm rolling with a guy that's half my size, I'm not gonna put my full weight on his chest. But
No,
but when we're rolling and we're in
yeah,
S
I mean,
mount, I'm gonna sit there all day.
well, that's just it. And that's it too. And and it's knowing that, like, I'll take it, dude. I'll take it. Like, if you're there, you got there.
Yep.
Obviously, if we're running technique and if you're being a juice bag about it, I'll let you know. Like, hey man, we're just training. Why are you trying to murder me?
Hey, I only do that when you're fighting and we're just practicing the technique.
But here's the thing: if I'm fighting you, I'm not gonna call you a juice bag because I'm fighting you back, and I expect you to fight me back. But I'm not saying you've done this because you've never done this. This is an example. Um, but if I'm just letting you kind of go through the motion to get the technique, kind of the walkthrough, right?
Right.
To use like a football term, or
Yeah.
let's just do it. Let's walk through it a couple times. If I'm letting you walk through the technique and you kind of pull a douche move, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna pull a juice bag move on you next time. So and and but I think that kind of goes to, and that's when you're rolling with someone new or someone that's lighter, you're not going to do something like that. You're going to be a little more, hey, we're just doing a tech, we're doing a walkthrough, so I'm not going to
Right.
put my full weight on you, but I'm going to let you know what it would be like. So
I'm not gonna hang out there. I'm gonna get there and then go straight to the technique.
I'm going to be like, this is what it would be if I wanted to hang out here for a minute.
Yeah, because when we were
I
doing,
won't.
yeah, I was like, because when we're doing S mount and I was on top and you're fighting me for the arm bar, I'm just sitting there and I'm talking to you. I'm like, you're just hurting yourself, dude.
Mhm.
Like I can
Mhm.
hang out here all day.
Yeah, and that's just me being, prideful and be like, I don't care. I will fight till I die.
Well,
I'll fight till I'm all out of the air, and you didn't have to do anything. So,
no, well, you did the same thing to me because I was fighting you back, and then you're just sitting there, and then I just rolled into it just to get you off of my chest.
hmm
I'm just like, okay, just finish it, please.
just take it. Just here it is. Take it. Take it.
Please just let me breathe.
hmm
But,
And I think kind of that's and that's obviously, and that's what we dream to do in a competition. Like, yeah,
yes.
this is gonna be so amazing. I'm just gonna get this, no problem.
If I can get to S mount in a competition, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not counting on it.
Neither am I.
I think my guard passing is okay.
I
I think
think, and going back to that too, like um, like obviously I haven't rolled with many other people in the gym, but uh, uh, so I don't know if you've been in other people's guards, but your guard passing, I would say your guard passing is pretty good.
yeah. So I feel like I can pass the guard okay. I think I'm okay. And this is for being a no stripe white belt. Like I know a couple of guard pass techniques. I can be a little bit slippery, but then I also know how to be sticky and use my weight and pressure to my advantage.
Yep, for sure.
Um, but I mean, in the same respect, so do you. Like, if you get to side control or in mount, like I'm just done. Like,
That's just a lot of play. It's a lot of mass to move,
uh-huh. Yeah.
and that's
So
just it. It's like I know, like even if you are in, if you're on mount, I'm like I know some mount sweeps, but Jesus, it's a lot of energy.
yeah, and well, that's the thing is if you're unsuccessful in that, like I've got no gas left, and here you
Yeah,
are just sitting up on top, smiling at me, like, what are you gonna do now? I know you got nothing left.
yeah, basically.
I'm gonna try to break your posture and hold on for dear life.
Yeah, and that's just it. And then honestly, and I think too, and like in what I've noticed, it's like at least with me. So I know the things that I'm decent at, right?
Right.
You know, I think I'm good. I think I can. I'm pretty decent at retaining guard. Um, I'm pretty good at getting away, being slippery. If you do pass guard and maybe go to side control or try to go to side control or something like that. Um, I'm pretty good with that. My problem is patience. I don't have it.
Yeah, we talked about this after our rolling, I think last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was one of the last. I don't have the patience, man. I don't let. I mean, obviously you want to try to create things for
Right.
you, but sometimes you just need to maybe wait for them to make. It's poker, right? And this is
Right.
why I don't win. This is why I don't win very many hands of poker. I want I want to win it all right now, so I'm gonna go super aggressive, super aggressive, super aggressive
Right.
with my 7-2 offsuit. Worst poker hand ever. If you at least Texas Hold'em, if you play poker, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yep. It's the worst starting hand you could have.
Yep, but that's kind of what I do. On the back, I'm like, I got a 7-2 right now. I'm super aggressive, super aggressive, super aggressive, and then just wait till I get a little tired, and then be like, okay, I'm out. Now it's my turn. No, it's my turn to take you out.
Yep. Yeah, and I think
So,
I think that's one thing I have in my advantage is I'm patient that way.
hmm
Um, is when you've been on top, I've been able to survive. Um,
hmm
I think you've got a lot of stuff, and you keep me thinking, and I'm always like, what the heck is he doing now? Where's he gonna go? What's he gonna do here? Um, and then I'm just trying to survive until I feel that 1 second where you're getting off balance or you lose a post or something and you're not balanced on the mat, and then I put everything I have into it and roll.
Yep. You
I
usually get it.
I bump, or I bridge real hard, and I grab something and just try to take you with me.
Hmm.
And then if it works, I'm gassed, but I'm sitting on top.
Hmm. But now you got a chance. Now you got a chance to gather to to catch your breath. It's like cool. Now it's his turn to suffer for a minute.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I think I'm maybe a little too patient, and I don't have enough urgency.
Got
Um,
you.
so like the rounds for Naga. So we're signing up for the North American Grappling Association, or Naga. So anybody in North America has probably heard of it, and at least jiu-jitsu wise, if you've looked at any competitions, like they do several throughout the year in all kinds of cities. So
Yeah, I
um,
think they're running through like they're doing like L.A. and then like Austin and then like I think in Phoenix and then Terra to Salt Lake and then I think they're working their way east.
yeah, they're going through like Colorado, so it's all over, but it's a
Hmm.
huge one. But yeah, it's 4 minute rounds. So if I get taken down, like I can't just sit there and wait. I have to start to
Yeah.
try to. I can for a second, um,
Hmm.
but I can't sit there and just wait and wait and wait for a mistake. Otherwise, we're just gonna stall out. Nothing's gonna happen, and I'm gonna lose because I got taken down, and they have 2 points. I have no points.
Yep, for sure.
So I need to find that sense of urgency. Like I need to take some of your aggressiveness and apply it to my game. I think if we combined both of us, I think would be pretty good for white belts.
Yeah, I think so. If I can pump the brakes a little bit, and if you can release the brake a little bit, be good to go.
Yeah, I mean, but we'll find out, I guess. I mean, we don't.
Yeah, and it's just and honestly, like this Naga thing and you know, you know, tournaments, after or they're great, you know. You don't go in knowing everything that you're gonna do. It's
Right,
all, it's just hey, it's all experience. I did this on the Naga and this didn't work out. But I remember this and this worked out. Okay. So let's keep that in the game. Let's scrap this out and hey, this really sucked, so I'm not gonna do this or, kind of what I need to. Because right now, and even still, like, just in all the months before that we've been training up until now, and probably, the months after, it's been like, hey, it's, just gonna, I need to work on everything right now. I need to
right,
work on everything right now. I was thinking this, so I think this competition, it'd be like, hey, you know what? I was good here. I feel like I was good here, and I was good here, and I was good here. So I'm not gonna worry about that so much. Obviously, I'm still gonna practice that stuff because I'm not riding a bike.
right.
Still gonna practice that. But I, I know that I was weak here, and weak here. So you know what? I want to spend some more time on that. Kind of start maybe weeding out some of the stuff, the good stuff, some of the bad stuff, and like I didn't even attempt this. So
Right.
I'm not gonna worry about that. I know it's in my arsenal, and I'll practice it every now and then, but I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah. Well, and that's like I feel like as a white belt, like that's kind of what we're doing. Like we've been. I mean, we've been rolling for uh 6 months, right? Somewhere in that
Hmm.
in that realm. Um, and I feel like, at least for me, I'm now at the stage where there's just so much information, and there's been so many things that we've gone through over the so many weeks and months of classes, that it's trying to kind of consolidate it. Because for a long time we would go to class and do the techniques and then go home. Like we didn't
Hmm.
roll, we didn't practice a whole lot.
Hmm.
So we've been doing that. We've been rolling and doing, that kind of stuff a lot more. And now it's like as we've been doing that, some of these things have started to click, and some of the techniques have fallen into place a little bit, and things are making a little more sense.
Yep.
Um, but right now, like I'm still spaz. Like I get to a spot and like I freeze. I don't freeze as much as I we did when we started. I'm like, oh, I got the side control. Now what do I do? Now I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna clear an arm. I'm gonna start trying to isolate something. I'm gonna see if I can move to mount. And we've learned the Ezekiel now. So can I get that from a
Hmm.
crossface? Like, where am I going?
Yeah, it's like, and I think too, with us still being a white belt, right? It's like we're white belts. We still have high level kind of visibility of everything. Being when I
Yes.
say high level visibility, it's like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know, I know the steps that I need to do. If I'm gonna do an arm bar, okay, I need to pass the arm over. Okay, grab here, do this, wide legs, blah blah blah. Okay, roll, press, pressure, blah blah blah. I can do that. Okay, but that's easy to do during technique because it's like I said, it's a walkthrough, right?
Right.
So, okay, I need to do that. But now, rolling time is where you need to get, is where we will get, more granular. Okay, I'm doing armbar and I lost it because of this. Okay, well, if I'm doing an armbar, I definitely need to make sure that I'm putting a lot of pressure here and yada, yada, yada. And that's just rolling time on the mat,
Right.
right? It's getting down to the nitty gritty of how it works, when it doesn't work, why it didn't work, and what you can do to get more success, right? That's why you look at, you can look at an armbar. You can go to YouTube, Google, standard straight arm bar, right?
Right.
And it's probably different. It's probably you'll find 100 videos from 100 different black belts, and they're gonna tell you 100 different ways to do it. They'll tell you what you need. They'll tell you the basics. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. Here's what you do to get it set up.
Yep.
But to be more successful finishing it, I've done this and I do this and I do this, and the next gonna be like, yeah, but I do this and this, and the next, it's just, and that's just, like we talked about, mat time
Yep.
and just practice, practice, right?
Yeah, and that's funny. I was talking to um one of the guys I work with, who also
Shout out to one of the guys that he works with.
Lehigh. I was working with Lehigh.
Shout
Um,
out, what's up, Lehigh?
and he rolls pretty regularly, and we were bullshitting the other day, and he was talking about, as a, and I really like the way he put it. So like as a white belt, you learn a technique, armbar.
Hmm.
We know how to get to the armbar by the very specific steps that we were taught.
Yep.
In order to finish a technique, we need to go through the steps that we know. Like we know how to get there from this very specific point, right?
Hmm.
And then it's like the difference when you start getting into, a blue belt, purple belt, and a black belt is they understand all of the fundamentals of how all of these locks work, and then have built the game to set it up from everything everywhere but your basic setup.
Yep, for sure.
I'm just like, that makes 100% sense to me, and that's exactly how I feel. I was like, I can get an Americana, but I have to do it exactly this way.
Yep, no, for sure.
I can get a Kimura, but I have to set it up this way. I know a couple different arm bars now, so I
Hmm.
can arm bar from a couple of different directions, know a couple of different chokes, but I mean, for the most part, the setup for what I know how to do and the way I would be able to successfully execute it while rolling or in a competition is is very, very limited.
Yeah, like if I'm going for this and then they go for this, but then I can transfer to this and this and this, or transition to this and this. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, wait, man, you stopped me. I was on step three. What are you doing? It's nah, no, I can't get to four and five, jerk. Where am I now? Okay, what can I do from here? Okay, step one.
All right, can we back up to step one?
Yeah, and then the difference, like you mentioned, with people that are higher level blue, blue, purple, brown, black, they're like, oh. Oh, we jump to page 7, step 14A. Cool. Now I can do this from here.
Oh, you did that to try and block me? I'm gonna do this
Yeah,
to stop
and
you.
that's just automatic to them. Okay, well I'm gonna do this. Oh, and then well I'm gonna do this. Well I'm gonna do this. Well I'm gonna do this. Meanwhile, us, pretty white belts are like, wait, slow down.
You're in a different book than me.
We're we're we're
I don't
we're
have
Billy
it.
Madison.
I don't have any notes here.
I'm like, where did you Google that? Is this like, did you get that move on Amazon? Can I get that on Amazon?
Yeah,
We're
seriously.
we're we're Billy Madison learning Spanish so that he can pass his GED, so he can get his GED. He's slow down.
Right? But yeah, so it's in like that's the thing is I think we're kind of in that middle ground right now.
Hmm.
Where we have a plethora of techniques we've been shown and we're now I feel like we've moved beyond the survival stage.
Yeah,
Right? Like it's not okay, we're going to class, we're surviving. We're rolling after class and we're just surviving. I feel like we're able to at least with other white belts and guys that have been going about as long as we have, um, we're competent when it comes to defending and attacking.
hmm
Um, Rolling against higher level belts is a different story, but
hmm
as it should be. But it is more than just I feel like surviving. I feel like I'm treading water and not frantically flailing trying to keep my head afloat.
gotcha. And I feel the same way. It's like I feel the same way. It's like, okay, I'm not the most dangerous person on the mat, but I got some things that can catch you, and if you're gonna do something, I can make you work. You're gonna have to work to get it.
Right. It's not just going to be freely given to you anymore.
No, it's like, here's the thing: if you want this, if you're gonna go for something, you're gonna need to work because I know how to get out of move my body so that you can't do it, or really, really, really make it hard for you to get there.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you work. You're gonna
Yeah,
probably tap me still.
yeah, you're gonna win, but you're gonna know you were in a fight.
Yes,
Or you're gonna
absolutely.
know you're gonna know you were in a roll,
Yeah. Well,
cinnamon roll.
ooh, I love cinnamon
Ooh,
rolls.
oh come on, I'm a fat kid. You're in a jelly roll.
I prefer the cinnamon roll.
Or or if or if there's music playing, it's the Tootsie Roll.
Oh yeah, I can tootsie roll with the best of them.
Mhm. Mhm.
Possibly a truffle shuffle, if
Truffle
if
shuffle.
if you please.
Yep. I support it.
Um. So yeah, I mean that's I guess that's where we're at right now. We've got the competition in 4 weeks, three
Roughly.
weeks, 3 weeks,
Mhm.
3 full weeks.
Mhm.
So we don't have a whole lot of time.
No, we don't.
um.
Like we said, kind of an impulse. This was the races that was in the checkout line when we went to go and buy our healthy food. So this is our
Yes.
impulse buy. This is a 100% an impulse buy.
Oh, for sure. Oh, and you know what? I'm excited. I'm nervous.
I'm
I'm
excited for it. It'll be fine.
I'm
I mean,
nervous, but I'm excited.
yeah. I mean, worst case, I can lose. Worst thing that's gonna happen is that I lose.
I learned something today.
Uh huh. Well, and that's just it. And kind of, you and I have talked about different quotes and stuff that we like. And one of the quotes that I like is, "There is no losing in jujitsu. There's winning and learning." So going into this competition, I either win and learn something, or I learn, or I learn something. I learned something new about the competition atmosphere. I learned what I need to work on. and where I where I'm good and where I'm bad. So, you know,
Yeah, for sure. And I'm right there with you. And then if we I have a very distinct feeling we're gonna get hooked even more
oh for sure.
afterwards. Like we're gonna get that adrenaline going, and there's a carrot at the end. Like if we do well, you get a medal.
Mhm.
You can get your picture with yourself up on top of the podium.
Mhm.
He was like, "Hey, look, I was the champion today. I
Yeah,
was the
and it's not
best
a
white belt over
participation
200.
trophy.
Yeah,
You got
I
to work
was
for that.
I was the best
Mm.
white belt over 250 pounds today.
Yep.
And then we'll see where we go from there. I know we've got the one we looked at initially doing was the grappling industries in July,
Mhm.
um, which I
I'm
think
still
we've
looking at that 'cause, no, I'm thinking of the World Series because that one's just submissions only. But yeah,
right.
looking at those two and then
Uh,
go from there.
there'll probably
I can
be
s-
an IBJJF sometime summerish.
I can probably see, depending on how this Naga goes, I can see doing maybe four competitions this year.
Yeah, I think if we get hooked, we'll do this Naga. We'll probably do grappling industries. We'll do IBJJF when it shows up, and then probably either another Naga or grappling industries towards the end of the year, depending on what comes through.
Yep, for sure.
Or hey, you talked about traveling up to Idaho,
Mhm.
make a weekend out of it.
Yeah, or even Colorado. What do they got going on in Nevada? You know, Montana. Of course, I'm pretty sure if you go to Montana, you have to like wrestle a pig or something.
There is no entry fee. You have to beat. You got to beat the pig to get in.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you go in Montana, it's not gi, it's no gi, it's Velcro glove, non-Velcro glove. So,
uh, okay then.
and there it is.
There it is. We can't have one episode without something like that.
Hmm. What are we getting soft?
Yeah, a little, but nope, nope. Um, so yeah, I mean that's I guess that's kind of all we got going on right now. Um,
Hmm.
right now, big focus is making sure we're healthy to keep training next week.
Yep.
Um, and I'm still continuing to do my solo drills. I beat the crap out of my training dummy yesterday, and my actual training dummy, not not you,
Not me.
not you this time.
No, that was Monday.
Yeah, well, you did it to me too.
It's a give and take.
It was mutual. I think I got the better end of that deal. Um, but either way, yeah. So getting healthy, getting ready to get trained, and then I don't know, start to jump into some Shark Tanks.
Yep. I think that's coming next week, so I look forward to it.
I don't, but it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean it'll be good. It'll be good, but I do. But I honestly do. I look forward to it. I'm like, bring it on.
It'll be a good time.
Come at me, bro.
Okay, I got
As long.
I got no gas left, and you're fresh. So
Yep.
do your worst.
Do your worst. We'll see what you can do.
Oh, sneaky Ezekiel from guard. Gotcha.
Gotcha. No problem.
All right, but I mean, I think that's probably going to do it for us tonight. Do you have any
I
final
think so.
thoughts or anything else you want to add?
I don't remember having a thought this entire time, so no, I'm good.
Perfect. I'm right there too. I'm gonna have to go back and listen and see what the heck we talked about.
Things.
Stuff and things.
Heard about. We're talking about rolls. Probably as a recipe. This is probably a recipe episode.
Yes. Ooh, I love rolls.
Me too.
Um, so yeah, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thanks everyone for listening and continuing to listen. If you find us entertaining, please go ahead and share it with your friends, family, training partners, gym professors, whoever you can. We really appreciate all the support. If you have any questions or comments, training tips, competition stuff that maybe we should think about, hit us up at rollinheavybjj@gmail.com. You can catch BOF and myself also on Instagram. I am rolling with Big D. He is the notorious BOF. Catch some training and some other stuff, aftermath of what we're doing, and yeah, we really appreciate the support over the last couple of months. So thank you everybody, and we will see you on the mats.